Hi guys, once again, welcome to my channel. This is part 2 of the 3-part series of the home buying process. So we're actually going to now start with, so we're going to start the process. This is time to call a realtor. Of course, the whole process is specific to each case and to each client, but this is a general guideline of what to expect when you're looking to buy. First step is to get a pre-approval. Now, I mention this to buyers all the time. I ask them, do you have a pre-approval? They say, oh no, find me the house first and then we'll get a pre-approval. It doesn't work that way, and I will explain why. The fact is that if you have a pre-approval, you'll find the home you love. We have so much in our inventory that you'll definitely find something that you love if you know you're ready. If you have done all the steps that I said in the previous video and now you're ready, then please get the pre-approval done. The first reason why it's good to get a pre-approval is because it tells you how much you can afford. I was telling a client the other day, you need to get a pre-approval, and they're like, okay, but let me first look for a home and and then let's do it. I'm like, okay, but how much do you think you can afford? They're like, okay, maybe 700,000 or 800,000 because it's a multifamily. Of course, you've done the math. Okay, how much do I pay rent now? How much would I be paying in mortgage? And how much would they be helping me? Yes, that's very basic math that we can understand, but there's other factors that loan officers take into account that will make you approve for more or approve for less. Let's say you're set on a $800,000 home. You want a multifamily, that's it, that's what you're looking for in your mind. But you forgot that you have a car loan that you pay monthly. You have a credit card that you pay monthly, a small amount. You've done it gradually, so you're like, okay, it's no big deal. It could be a big deal to the loan approval, and it could set you back a couple of $100,000. Let's say that you're not approved for 800,000 for those reasons. You're approved for 600,000. It's going to be almost impossible to find the home that you want, that you're already set on, and that you went and looked at without that loan. You're not going to come up with $200,000 out of pocket to pay for the difference that the loan won't give you. So your feelings are hurt at this point because the home that you went and saw and fell in love with and want to make an offer, and now you're ready to do the pre-approval, you're not getting that because you don't have the money, the extra money to put towards it. And it's a waste of time for everybody because here I went and showed you for a month houses for $800,000 that now you cannot afford. So it's like, okay, we wasted this time, and now you're kind of like, you know what, I'm over it. Like, if I can't have the home that I want, then I don't even want it anymore. There's a lot of cases like that. Of course, this is an extreme case, and the numbers are, I'm pretty sure, not accurate, but this is an idea of a lot of situations that have happened, and this is why it's better to just get a pre-approval. The second point why you should get a pre-approval is if you want a home, let's say you love a home, you fell in love with it, you have to act fast. Right now, we're in the market where there's multiple offers. There's people walking in and making an offer within a day, within minutes of seeing the house. So if you want to be competitive, you have to have that pre-approval to be taken seriously, because the seller is not going to wait for you to have the pre-approval when there's already multiple offers on the table. And the third reason why you should get a pre-approval is right now, due to COVID, there's so many restrictions now when we're showing a property that sellers won't even show you a property if you're not a qualified buyer. So if you want to step into the house, and if it's not an open house but you want to have a private showing, there's a lot of agents, if not all of them, that ask for that COVID disclosure and a pre-approval before even showing you anything. Because of course, and it's understandable, a seller doesn't want just random people walking into their home. They just want qualified buyers that are good potential buyers. And us as agents, we're not going to be bringing people that are not serious buyers to the seller's home. Bottom line, get a pre-approval. Okay, so we are at the next step. We're finding a home. Okay, so of course, this is the fun part. Now you know what you can afford, and now it's time to look at houses. Of course, in the previous video, I said create a must-haves list. Why? Because this will make it way easier. You give me the list of what you want. You're looking for a single family, you're looking for a multifamily, you can afford it, you qualify for it. okay, now I can go into the MLS of thousands of properties and narrow it down to, okay, what area do you want? What do you want the house to have? Do you want it to have a driveway? Okay, so then we're not going to show you one that doesn't have a driveway because it doesn't make sense. If you're looking for a multifamily, I'm not going to show you a single family or a condominium. It does not make sense. So this is, you know, it doesn't have to be so serious. It doesn't have to be so even so specific, but just a general idea of what you're looking for, just to make it easier for both of us to work together. Okay, so it's time to make an offer. You have your pre-approval. You know that you can afford it. We're going to be sitting down, thinking about what terms make you feel comfortable. And that's it. We're making an offer. Okay, the next thing is get a home inspector. Yes, this is an additional charge for you. And even if you're a contractor yourself, to have something in writing is very important. For a home inspector to come and sign off and say, this house is okay, the roof is okay, the foundation is okay. It's very important to know that somebody signed off on the fact that your house is safe to buy. The next step, and very important as well, is to get an appraisal done. Of course, you don't have to do this. That's why us realtors work with you. And we'll get an appraisal done. And now what this is assurance from the bank saying that your house is pretty much worth what you're paying for. If the appraisal comes lower, we of course can renegotiate the terms and you don't have to pay that price. If they're selling the house for $800,000 and the appraisal comes back at $700,000, we have to renegotiate because it just doesn't make sense for you to pay for a home where the value is not there. Okay, the next step is get home insurance. Now, the lender is not really going to give you an option. Like, you need to have home insurance. What is home insurance? Having a protection against hazards like storms, floods, fire, things like that. So that's necessary, and that's something that you need to get before closing. The next one is the final walkthrough. This is when we get to go and tour the house again after the repairs that have been done once the home inspection came back. Let's say the roof needs repaired. We go and we make sure that that was repaired before we go into closing. Of course, the last step is closing, and this is the best part and the most important part. Why? Because this is where you sign all the paperwork. It's going to be a lot of paperwork, but we'll walk you through it and make it as easy as possible. You sign everything and you get keys, and that is it. Congratulations, you're a homeowner. So as you see, it's several steps, but it's not that overwhelming when you know what's going to happen next. When we walk you through it and tell you, okay, so a week from now or 2 weeks from now or even a month from now, this is going to happen. Once again, thank you all for watching my channel, and see you next time.